Watching the latest RWS, both Sarah and Barbara immediately put pressure to close the gap between their taller opponents, both trying to secure the clinch. Both Ellie and Somratsamee has the advantage at the longer range, and both aren't heavy punchers to heavily deter the Muay Khao game. Either way, both Somratsamee and Ellie got some good shots in whenever there was space to strike. In order to be successful at a clinch, first you have to get there. Ellie has usually been finishing her shot with a right kick, so once Sarah either catches that or eats that, she can then close in, lock out the gable grip and head position, and secure a very solid clinch. In Somratsamee's case, she's a solid clincher herself, so she welcomed the clinch at first against Barbara, but Barbara kept swimming her hands into position and tried to secure the dominant head position while having the strength advantage. In Barbara vs Somratsamee's case, Barbara would have to first get through Somratsamee's long-range weapons, cut her off, herd her into the ropes of the corner, then engage the clinch or force her to engage the clinch. Once Somratsamee runs out of space, she'll be forced to engage into the clinch, which Barbara wants her to be to play the knee games. Another option is to tie up her elbow as she comes in and freely get the clinch. Basically try to survive that one elbow, tie it up, and get the full clinch, gable, and head position. Notice when Sarah got Ellie in the clinch, she immediately locks up that gable grip. She tucks her head away onto that lock, further securing the lock and make it harder for her to get cross-face out from the full plumb. Here's another variation where she digs her head beneath Ellie's chin, leaving no gaps underneath, preventing an arm from slipping through to cross-face, further securing the lock. I remember having a PT with Luke Barr and he told me I really need to get this position down since I'm a shorter guy, and in order to get a good clinch on them, that's the position I need to get to. Here's a similar case with head position for Barbara versus Somratsamee. Barbara tried to dig her head underneath Somratsamee's chin. She hasn't fully got the gable yet since she's also trying to control Somratsamee's bicep to prevent her elbows from getting through, since Somratsamee is also a solid clincher herself and is dangerous with her elbows. In this position, Barbara fully locked up that gable, her head digging underneath Somratsamee's chin. Here she prepares to parry Somratsamee's elbow and tie her up, immediately wrapping the gable outside and getting that head position on the inside underneath the chin to secure the lock. This allows her to be fully dominant in the position and fire off some knees. Looking through the archive, there's a lot of these methods and tactics that can be studied from Pechabun FA Group versus Sanchai. Pechabun will slowly pressure Sanchai towards the ropes in the corner. He'll fish his arm through and try to secure that full plumb gable and control Sanchai's biceps to prevent any elbows coming in. Since Pechabun is taller than Sanchai, he's placing his head on top of Sanchai to press him down, while Barbara and Sarah are shorter than Ellie and Somratsamee, so they'll try to get their head underneath the chin instead. Pechabun stays composed to either block Sanchai's left kick or any flurries of strikes and then wrap up into that clinch, or just constantly pressure Sanchai onto the ropes so that he can fish his arm through and win the line on the hand fight battle in order to secure the clinch. Basically, it's trying to take away Sanchai's space to work and constantly staying defensively responsible to blocking of Sanchai's hard shots in order to smother down that range in order to get the clinch. Here he pressures Sanchai to the ropes, waiting for that big left kick of his, block it, and immediately get to elbow range in order to attempt to secure that clinch. Here he pressures Sanchai again, waiting for the counter punches to duck under, and then tie up Sanchai to secure the full gable and start kneeing away. Pechabun vs Sanchai is a good study for Muay Khao versus Muay Femur, taking away the space and comfort of a Muay Femur to work with in order to employ that heavy pressure Muay Khao game.